perfect.
Practice will make perfect. Yeah. Hi everyone, this is Kay from the Immigration People. Welcome to another episode of Client Success Story. So today we have a special guest who is Danielle, and Danielle lately has gotten her PR approved. Hi Danielle.
Okay.
Yeah, Danielle, do you remember how we met back then?
Roughly, yes.
Yes, we were being introduced by a mutual friend. Yeah, so a friend of mine mentioned that, oh, I have a friend who might need your help. You know, she's applying for PR. Yeah, so that's how I was connected to you. Yeah,
Yes.
once again, congratulations.
Thank you so much. Kay.
So before we start, right, I'm sure the viewers is going to be very curious about your background. Perhaps you would like to share, a bit more about yourself.
Sure. Hi, I'm Danielle. I have been in Singapore for about 5 years now. I started in Singapore as an EP holder, working as a marketer, and now I'm a business owner.
Yeah, so Danielle, you're from Taiwan, right?
Yes.
Originally, yes. And I remember it's not your first attempt. Previously, you had one rejected application. Am I right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Danielle, back then, what attracted you to come to Singapore?
So I was originally from Taiwan, and I have always been wanting to explore different parts of the world. And I've lived in other countries before as well.
Oh.
But I've heard a lot about like Singapore being a very diverse and having a lot of business opportunity. So I looked for a job opportunity in Singapore, and luckily I had one. So I joined a tech startup, and then that's when I moved to Singapore in 2018.
Oh, nice. So where were you living previously? At least maybe share a few countries that you had previously lived in.
Yeah, sure. So I lived in Taipei, of course, that's my hometown. And I've also lived in London. I shortly stayed in Houston, US before as well.
Wow, awesome. So you're very much exposed to like different culture. And do you really like Singapore compare with so many different countries?
Yeah, I think Singapore is diverse, and also at the same time, it's very easy to blending for me, right? Because of the community and different languages that I actually can speak. And also there's a lot of foreigners coming in. So I have a good mixture of like local Singaporean friends and as well as like foreign friends.
So am I right to say that you did not face any challenges back then moving to Singapore?
Yes, 99%. But I think that 1% is like getting used to Singlish.
Oh, it's not easy.
It's not easy. It took me at least 3 to 6 months. I just give you an example. Like I went to hawker center and I wanted to order coffee, and the auntie asked me what you want. And then I said, oh, I want Americano, no sugar with ice. And the auntie was so confused.
she don't understand Americano for sure, yeah.
So now I learned it's kopi o kosong.
Wow, yeah, that was good. Yeah, kopi o kosong, yes. Danielle, what motivated you to be a Singapore PR?
So maybe I'll share the top 3 reasons. So after I lived in Singapore for a while, I realized that I have a very good group of friends that really helped me to build my network, and we have the same motivation of building business, good lifestyle, and learning and self-development together. So I thought this is a tribe that I want to have the vibe in. So that's my top 1. And the top 2 is more about the safety and security. Because in Taiwan it's pretty safe, but I have lived in other countries where I was constantly being mugged or constantly losing something on the train station. And that never happened in Singapore. So I think that is something that I really enjoy. That I can go for a walk in the middle of the night at ECP and it's completely fine.
Yeah.
And nothing will happen to me. And the last one is really about the ease of settling in, and if I want to bring my parents or my friends to visit me, right, they can easily navigate because I already know it's so easy to navigate, it's so easy to integrate into the country.
That's good, yeah. So I remember it was a 9 months wait and it was your second attempt. So how do you feel about your second submission?
Well, to be honest, it's very different from the first time because I just kept my expectations so low. Like, if you don't get it, you don't get it. It's fine. Don't check your inbox every day. Because last time I did, and after 12 months wait, it was a disappointment. But this time, I think I kept it low. But I also make sure I try my best. right? I would make sure I try my best, give my best, and if I have it, I have it. So the moment that I received the letter, actually took me like a good couple of hours to internalize. This is a real letter from ICA. It's not spam. This is a real approval.
Yeah, so the first time, right, did you do it yourself or did you engage a professional to help you as well?
So the first time was roughly like 1 year after I arrived in Singapore. I was on EP, and someone reached out to me on social media and say, "Oh, your profile looks great. You probably can get a PR, and you should get a PR." So I just went with it. I didn't have much knowledge into how it should work, so I engaged the professional service, and I waited for 12 months, and the result was not satisfying.
So your first time, the expectation is much higher because
Yeah.
the previous company actually said that you had a good profile.
Yeah, I wouldn't have done it if, there was no such high hope, to be honest.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So, if you want to compare, right? Okay, how was your experience working with the immigration people and the previous company?
I think there's a very interesting difference to me. Like, if I look at two sides, one is like the functional things of documentation and administrative things, and then the second part is more about interactions, getting to know the staff, getting to know me and my portfolio. So I think the functional part, I feel, is very personalized this time. Because last time, I just share transparently, I got a lot of templates, and then they just asked me to fill in the blanks. And then I felt like maybe it was used for everybody.
Probably.
This is my thinking. But this time, actually, I submitted my information, and I remember it was Cheryl who did an amazing job to really digest everything. And she came back to me with a profile that I never imagined that it could be done this way. Like, I would never be able to put it up myself like that. And then I just really impressed by her dedication into this. And then the second part is more about like the support, the interaction. Yeah, it was very important for me because it's my second time. I really try to manage my expectation. I really try to make sure that I give my best try as well. So it's a little bit struggle. But I think Cheryl really helped, and Kay you really help as well. Like, tell me, okay, this is, sometimes people try, sometimes people fail, and then what are the things that I should expect? What are the things I should provide to give myself the best chance?
So I'm just curious, Danielle, because the first time, right, you have a bit of disappointment and it was a rejection because the previous company kind of like overpromised you, right? So what motivates you to still engage a professional help on your second attempt?
Actually, it's a very interesting question. So remember, your friend introduced you to me,
yes,
and then I subscribed to your YouTube video, and I just kind of let it sit there. I didn't really take any action. And then one day, a video popped up in my newsfeed, and it was someone, your client, who tried like 5 or 6 times and finally got his PR. And I was really triggered by that. Like, I talked to myself, what am I doing? Like, why did I give up after one try? So if I don't try, I will never get a chance. If I try, at least, I'll know if it's good or bad. So, and I also feel like throughout the content, I feel like I know that your team know what you're doing, and you have handled cases like me before, right? So you can empathize the entire process and the mental stress. So I thought, well, let's just message Kate.
Yeah, that's good to hear that, our video did really help you. Yeah. So just now you mentioned that you started your own company, right? Before we were having a small chat, right? Congratulations.
Thank
so
you.
do you think that having a PR status really benefited you as a business owner?
Yeah, I think definitely. So there are a lot more resources that I can tap into. I think the first obvious one is there's some criteria for EP and all that, which was the pass that I was holding. The second part is the government actually has a lot of resources for SMEs, for startups
Like
that now,
grants and
that now I can really, really enjoy. I mean, it's not going to make or break a business, but it does help in,
Yeah, it
in
helps a
challenging
lot,
times.
yeah. Correct. So, what is your next goal though? Yeah, now that you have gotten your PR.
Yeah, so I would say the critical difference between before and after in terms of my goal is before I can only kind of hypothesize what I want to do. I can plan and dream, but I cannot take action. But now I feel every day I feel more grounded. Like I can actually take action about my financial planning. I can take action about, do I want to save up to buy property? You know, do I want to start a family? And it's just, you know, I'm feeling more calm and feeling more achievement throughout the days.
So what is your next goal then?
I think first of all, like I want to grow my business. That's definitely the first priority. And also, I think now I know I'm a PR, I can actually plan more investment in here. So I feel that in the next 10 or 20 years, you know, there's a solid plan for me to really have a proper life.
Just try to sink root in Singapore.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. But what about maybe Singapore citizenship?
Yeah, that's something that I will consider for sure.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, you know who to find.
Yes.
Right. Lastly, Danielle, what is the one piece of advice that you would like to give to our viewers who's probably thinking about applying for permanent residency?
I would say don't give up, because I gave up the first time when I failed. And I was triggered by someone who tried for like 5-6 times. And then I asked myself, you know, if I don't try, I will never have a chance. If I try, at least I have a chance. So that would be the top advice I will give to anybody who want to try. Secondly, I think it's also important to talk to someone who can share with you very honestly and go through the journey with you with empathy.
Like someone like me. Yeah,
Yes.
I also walked through the same journey like you. In fact, I just gotten my citizenship approval.
Oh,
Yeah, do you know that?
congratulations. I
Thank
didn't
you.
know.
Yeah, so being here for 12 years. Yeah, so EP, PR, and citizenship. Yeah, so yeah, maybe you walk the same route as me. Yeah. And that's all we have today. And once again, thank you, Danielle, for taking time to do your sharing with our viewers.
Oh, it's my pleasure. I mean, I came from watching a video and being inspired by a video to sharing my story, so it's really happy.
Yeah, that's awesome. Now, if you find today's video is useful, remember to like and share with your friends and hit the subscribe button so you'll not miss out on our weekly new content. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye!